'Cause I love me enough for the both of us.
What's up, guys? I am back with another video. I am hitting you guys with the back-to-back videos. And this one, I wanted to talk about the comparison trap. Like, escaping the comparison trap. That's the title of this video. Escaping the comparison trap. So, what is the comparison trap? It's funny because I was talking to my daughter about this because she is 14. She is at a very impressionable age, and we all know that is a very impressionable age where kids can be misled and misguided by social media, all of the different platforms. And the comparison trap is when you constantly measure yourself against others, often feeling inferior or inadequate. We got, again, the social media, the peer pressure, and societal expectations. All of those things can fuel these negative energies within yourself, these negative feelings within yourself. And it makes it hard to appreciate your unique path, your own path. So, starting with social media, I told my daughter, I said, social media, it only highlights others' lives, like all of the good things, making it easy for you to feel like you're missing out or like you're falling behind. Because she came to me and she was talking about, I think the conversation started out with Billie Eilish, and she feels like Billie Eilish is a talented person. And she was kind of telling me like a little bit of her backstory with how she started, I guess, young, with like her knowing what her talents were or just getting an opportunity to live out her gifts and her talents. And I was just telling her, like, okay, that's fine. She started young. You're 14, you're still young too. And the thing is, Billie Eilish path is very different from yours and anyone else's. Your path is very different from Billie Eilish and any other person out here. So I don't want you to compare your life to these people or feel like you're falling behind because you don't know exactly what you want to do. And my daughter, she is a creative. Like, she knows how to sing, she knows how to dance, she loves art, she loves to paint, and she is very outspoken. She has an opinion almost about everything, especially when you ask her. She do not shy away from expressing herself and giving you her honest opinion. And so I told her I'm like, you have a lot of great qualities and you're still very, very young. That is not always, that's not really the norm when it comes to people out here, especially Black people out here, that is having this big break where they're becoming like this star, this sensation, at a very, very young age. Yes, there has been Black people that has done it, but when you think about all of the Black Americans that's out here, even from other, cultures and backgrounds, it hasn't been like easy, or it hasn't been like a lot of us that has been able to do that. And so I wanted her to understand that whatever her path is, her unique path, it will unfold as she learn and discover who she is. So the question is, why do we compare? I feel like human nature pushes us to seek validation. I really, really do. And it constantly have a lot of us comparing our achievements, our looks, even our relationships to others. And we know we're doing ourselves a disservice. At least us adults know, grown adults know that have been through a lot of experiences. We know all that does is lead to dissatisfaction. And we have to be on top of our children. We have to be on top of our children and making sure that we are pouring and consistently pouring into them with knowledge, with wisdom, and helping them to understand that the social media, it's out here now and it's a thing now. However, we don't want them to base their lives around social media. We have to keep our kids active. We have to introduce other things into their lives, even if it's something that they don't know if they're good at, even if it's something that they have never mentioned to you or experienced. It's our job to introduce things to them, at least until they can figure out the things that they really want to do. And then we support them with what they want to do, right? So, there are a lot of negative effects that comes with all of the comparisons. Listening to my daughter on that bed, it was just like, wow. And she was like in it, like she was feeling some type of way. Like she was like becoming sad because she literally was comparing her life to Billie Eilish. And it made me sad, but I became very, very aware. And it just made me like, okay, because I'm the type of parent, I always talk to my children anyways. I'm always teaching. They always say, oh, you're always trying to save us from these things. And it's not that I'm just trying to save them all the time. I am just trying to share experiences, share the knowledge and wisdom that I have in hopes that they can take away also through my actions too as well. They don't see me doing a lot of different things. I'm not on social media all the time. And again, I know I'm older and this is their generation. However, the best example is through your actions, right? And I mix the teaching and sharing and the, giving them wisdom and knowledge into the action part of things. And I feel like for the most part, they're doing okay. They're doing good. However, my daughter, my boys are grown. So my daughter, she's at that impressionable age. They are too. But with her, she's 14. She's learning who she is. She's on social media. She's seeing all these different things. She's discovering things that she like, so forth and so on. So I have to be on her. And, I explained to her, comparison, like comparing yourself to other people, it destroys your self-esteem. It increases anxiety. It also delays like your personal growth, because you're focusing on other people instead of your own journey. And I felt like throughout the conversation, she started to get it, which led me to wanting to talk about this topic. And so I told her that we're going to work on helping her to shift her mindset. And you guys know I talk about affirmations. I talk about being around people that inspire you, things like that. And journaling, releasing all of those feelings, those negative feelings, releasing them through journaling. And of course, always prayer, asking God to help you to overcome that, And so I told her, we're going to focus on using inspiration and seeing others' success as motivation. And I gave her, my son was in here too, but he was kind of in and out, but I gave her different scenarios of me, like when I was working on my business and there were other people that was way ahead of me, but I looked at their success as inspiration and motivation. I love to see people win. It's just a natural thing in me. I love it. I just love to see when people set a goal and they accomplish it, And so I just know that one of the ways to shift your mindset is, using other people's success as inspiration, being happy for them, applauding them, also focusing on your own journey. Everyone path is unique. So you have to celebrate your progress. You guys know on this channel, I'm always talking about small wins, and that's, those small wins that you have within your progress, you have to celebrate them, because all it does is it keeps you motivated. It keeps you progressing, also practicing gratitude. I'm always thanking God for even the challenges that I go through, because even the challenges, they make us better, right? We can't always have things going great in our lives, because if so, how are we actually truly, genuinely going to learn if things are always great? No, no, it doesn't work that way. And also focusing on what you have, not what you lack. And that was something that I went through a few years ago. When I hit rock bottom, I was always focusing on, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have that. I got to get this back, I got to get that back. And I was stressing myself out. I was like, it was making my anxiety like expand. Like, it was crazy. A lot of sleepless nights, because I was always so obsessed and fixated on what I didn't have, everything that I had lost. And then, of course, I released it and gave it to God. And amongst other things, like I said, journaling. I had people around me, mentors that was helping me get through things. So I just used my resources that I did have. And through that, and me being isolated, and I mentioned that in another video, it allowed me to focus on all the things that I did have, right? And it just made all the sense. And I explained that to my daughter, that let's just focus, sorry, my mouth is dry. Let's just focus on what you do have, not what you don't have, So some of the tips that I know I practiced in my own life, and that has guided me through a lot of difficult and challenging times, have been, again, celebrate your small wins. Recognize your milestones, no matter how small they are. I promise you guys, that helps. It helps so much, because it keeps you motivated. And once you can celebrate that small win, it gives you like this it gives you like this motivation, this enthusiasm, this ability to believe that you can do more. You start believing that you can do more, And then another tip, set personal goals. Align your goals with your values, no matter how small, not other people achievements. So align yourself with your goals and your values, not other people achievements, your stuff. That's the second tip. The third tip is minimize social media. Take a break. Listen, even when my business was up and running, before I hit rock bottom, before I lost everything, I would get online to promote. That was it, guys. After that, I was off, because I wanted to keep a balance in my life, and I also wanted to maintain my peace. Social media can be, what is it called? Like the devil's workshop. It can definitely have you, if you haven't developed that inner strength, and you're not at your strongest, it can have you doubting yourself and doubting your accomplishments, your achievements, your abilities. So until you know you have gained that inner strength, and that mindset where you're good, and you're not comparing yourself to no one else. Because for me, even though I love to see people win and happy, and anyone that knows me, they know that's who I am. I love to see other people win. However, there was times where I know that I could have fell into that mindset of, am I doing enough? I don't think I'm doing enough because I need to be here, and I probably was looking at somebody else's stuff, still happy for them, but like, okay, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Okay, I need to hurry up and do this. I need to do that, and so I think it's very, very healthy and beneficial for your mental and your peace, to minimize the time being on social media, being online. I also explained that to my daughter. And also empathy over envy. Be happy for others' success, knowing that it does not diminish your own. Other people's success, that's their success. And what God has for you is yours. No two paths are the same. And that's something that I'm teaching to my daughter. So I would say embrace your own uniqueness, guys. Your journey is uniquely yours. Focus on your growth over perfection, and surround yourself with positive influences that support your path. And that's what I'm all about. I know if I'm doing it and I've done certain things, I've made certain strides and achievements within self, I know you guys can do it too. So I want to hear what your thoughts are on this topic. Do you feel like you have experienced the comparison trap? Are your children experiencing that? And I want to know what you guys have done, what steps that you have taken to kind of help your child or even yourself get through it. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Again, I would welcome you guys to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps me grow. And I would love to hear from you guys. So until the next video, take care.